Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Crencast. We're on episode 6. Here's what I was talking. Last episode, I was like, I don't like titling, or I don't like numbering these. But what I meant was, I don't like putting the number in the actual title of the video. That's what I meant. The actual, like, thumbnail or description or whatever, I don't mind if the number episodes in that. I just don't like it in the title. Okay, because some people are like, Crendor, you're still numbering it. So yeah, that's what I meant. What happened? Oh yeah, how was your Christmas? If you celebrate Christmas, how was your Christmas? Mine was all right. Pretty standard, pretty like traditional Christmas. Most of the things I thought would happen happened. And that's what I was thinking about too. Like, I feel as if most people enjoy the holidays because it's a constant in their life, right? It's something you can rely on. I guess that's most traditions, right? If you have a day every year that on that day you do something, it becomes a tradition, and it's like a comforting thing in your life, right? It's a form of control. So even like when me and Rob do the Thanksgiving special that we've done like 5 years in a row now, it's almost like just something that it provides you comfort. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some few things in life that provide control, and we're always seeking a type of control, right? Because then it gives you comfort in your life to be like, oh, this thing's going to happen. I don't have to worry about it. You know, it's not like your job security or your health or whatever it may be, because there's so many things in life you can't control, and it's nice to have something where you're like, you know what? At this time of the year, this thing's going to happen, and I'm going to watch it or attend it or do whatever, and it's going to make me happy. I think that's why people enjoy the holidays so much, on top of just getting to be around your family. But some people don't like being around their family. So I think it's a little bit of everything. It's never actually one thing. But people just also really like labeling things. And I learned that back when I started making WoW videos. When I made How to Win at Whatever, it was like a wake-up call to me, because I was like, oh my god, everybody just keeps being like, I know that type of person, or like, I'm that type of person, like, here's the go guy. It's like, I've seen a go guy in an instance before, and at that moment, I started realizing people really enjoy just relating to something, or seeing something they can relate to. And I don't know why that is. I guess that's partially because it helps you understand yourself a bit more, or it gives you some sort of understanding for your life. That's almost like a type of control, but it's not really. It's just, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Okay. But yeah. So anyway, Christmas. I've been in a really analytical mood lately. I don't know why either. I started analyzing. Usually it's when I'm writing. I've discovered that when I start writing more, I start analyzing more. And I think it's because when I write, I start observing a little bit more, because I'm starting to like take in bits and pieces around me to try and absorb that, and then put that into my book or whatever I'm writing. And I start trying to like describe my environments a bit better, because when you write, you have to really describe things well. And so I start doing that, and I think that also plays into me observing and analyzing. So I start being like, okay, I'm creating this world. Oh my god, Windows 10 notifications keep popping up. No threats were found. Thanks, Windows Defender. So yeah. What was I just saying? That just threw me off. Analyzing. So I love world building, so I've just been world building for the story, and you know, you really have to break everything down when you world build. Like, why is this a thing? Okay, well, it's a thing because this happened, and you're like, well, where's this stem from? Like, okay, this goes over here, and like, why would this happen, or what would these people be like, or what would the magic system be like, or like, what are these races gonna be like, or like, why would this be over here? Why would this guy do this thing? And you really start like breaking all, and then it carries over into real life. And you start being like, why do we even do this holiday? How did this become a thing? Why did this do it? And you just start asking questions and really analyzing, which some people don't enjoy. Some people just like going through the motions and not really questioning it, because then it becomes a little more stressful to be like, why do we do this thing? And they're like, oh no, I just do it. Which I always have been more of an observational type of person. And I don't know, it's just, yeah, ever since I made my like World of Warcraft videos where people were like, I love, the Go guy or whatever it may be, you start realizing all those things like, wow, people enjoy relating to certain things. I don't know. I don't even know what started. Oh yeah, I was like, how's your Christmas? This all stemmed from how's your Christmas. Anyway, it was all right. It was pretty good. Just as traditional Christmas. And then New Year's is coming up. Oh boy, it's time for the New Year's Eve. Everybody's gonna do their thing. Everybody's like, gotta go to the gym, gotta lose weight, gotta get fit, gotta start eating healthy, gotta start working on my things, gotta do this, gotta do that. Like, this is when everybody makes their New Year's resolutions. The gyms all across like everywhere are packed with people just being like, here we go, New Year's resolutions. Here's my thing. Just start doing it right now. Like, why do you have to wait till then? Just start right now. Right? Get ahead of the game. Get ahead of everybody else. And just start creating a habit of it right now. 'Cause that's really what it comes down to, is just creating a habit of what you want to do. And it makes it a lot easier to do that thing. Whether it be sleep schedules or exercise schedules, any type of schedule. You just got to do it for a while. And then it gets a lot easier because it becomes part of your daily routine. And then when something breaks that, like you go on a trip, that's what I notice. Whenever I get like a really good schedule, like a sleep schedule or workout routine or whatever it is, something just gets in the way and just shatters it entirely. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. It's just interesting to kind of just look at what people do and just start breaking it down. Because I used to make New Year's resolutions, right? As little as like 4 or 5 years ago, I used to be like, all right, here's my resolutions. I got to do these things. And I started realizing, most people don't follow up on those resolutions. I'm like, why don't they follow up on those resolutions? Because life gets in the way. It's the same reason you didn't do last year's New Year's resolutions, right? Because life gets in the way. You take a trip, you do a thing, boom, your schedule is ruined, you fall back in your old habits. And it's hard to maintain that. But I think you just really got to work on changing your life starting like now. If you really want to change your life, that is. If not, you just keep doing what you're doing. It doesn't matter. But if you really want to change your life, you just got to be like, you know what? My resolution isn't just a New Year's resolution. This is a life resolution, all right? This is a life change. I like that, a life resolution. All right. Anyway, New Year's Eve. What are you going to do for New Year's Eve? Normally, last 2 years, we went by my friend's house, and we just, like, watch movies. And we're like, hey, it's New Year. We watched Lord of the Rings 2 years ago, and we watched Harry Potter last year. And only one of them. We didn't watch, like, all of it. Just, like, show up, watch one of the movies, and like, all right, well, that was fun. It's a new year now. Let's go home. Which, I don't mind. I'm someone who, I love those types of things. I could very easily do that for most holidays. Like, I'm not picky, right? Some people are like, I gotta have a crazy party. I gotta invite all my friends over. We gotta have food. We gotta have drinks. We gotta have right? I could do nothing, and I'd be happy. I think the most happy is just getting together with like 1 or 2 people that and just being like, let's watch a movie. That's my ideal like type of New Year's Eve. But yeah, I think it's made just like way too big of a deal. And then my big thing, New Year's Day, Packers play against the Lions for a playoff spot. That's gonna be great. Yeah, but I'll save that for the end of the thing with the sports section. What else happened? what else has happened? Oh my god, so many people returning gifts. So we went to return a gift today, and it was just jam-packed with people, which made me think about people that give gifts. You know, most people are going to exchange gifts in Christmas. I know some people that don't. They just like get together and like, we don't give gifts or cards or anything like that anymore. Speaking of which, cards. I don't know. Cards seem like such an outdated thing at this point. You know? Like, I just don't like cards. It just seems like all of them say the same stuff every year. Sometimes you find like one or two like things that have changed in them, and it's just like, hey, insert family member, I know I don't talk to you very often, or I don't speak my feelings that much, but you know what? I really appreciate and love you, and I wanted you to know that. You know? And it's like in a card, and then you read it, and you're like, wow, that's great. It's got like a wreath on it with like some Christmas stuff, a candle. I don't know, just throw some things on there. And then there's the funny ones, which just like try really hard to be funny, but they've done the jokes so many times that it's just not funny anymore. There's so many dumb cards. I don't know how card companies even make money anymore. I don't know. I could be happy not getting a card. Because what are you supposed to do with it, right? You get a card, and it's like, Merry Christmas from your mom. And you're like, oh, cool, a card. And then you're like, well, now what do I do with it? I guess I'll just put it in a box or throw it away. But you feel guilty throwing it away because you just got it. So you're like, I don't want to throw it away. So you just put it in a box. And then you wait 2 years. You never look at it. And then you throw it away. Right? So it's like, what's the point? I don't know, man. Oh yeah, presents. I meant to talk about presents. Presents, whole different thing. I would be happy. I wouldn't even care if I got anything, but that's just me. But I'd be happy with gift cards. Some people are like, gift cards are such a lazy gift. I don't think so. I think if you get someone a gift card to a place they really like, then who cares, right? You showed them enough by being like, hey, I know you go to Cheesecake Factory all the time. I know you go to Dunkin' Donuts all the time. I know you go to, I don't know, this clothing store all the time. So I got you a gift card for there. I think that's great. It shows that they care enough to know where you like to go, and they're giving you money to go shop there and be like, hey, this one's on me. It's like buying someone dinner. Be like, hey, you know what? This one's on me. It's like, wow, thanks. That's awesome. That's all I need. I'm happy with that. I'm happy even getting money. Be like, hey, here's some money. You can even tell them, like, I didn't get you a gift card, but I got you this money because you said you wanted to get this thing, so just go get it. All right? Merry Christmas. That's fine with me. It'd be like, or don't get it, or just use the money for whatever you want. That's fine too. But I think the biggest thing people like to return is just clothes, because so many people buy people clothes, and I don't know why. I'm sure there's some people that are easy to buy clothes for, or like really understand that other person's fashion sense to where they're like, I got you this thing and I think you'll like it because I know what you dress like all the time. And they're like, wow, thanks, you got me this thing. And it's like all the other things I wear, and I'm going to enjoy it because it's like those things. But most people don't do that. They're just like, I got you this pair of socks. And you're like, I don't wear these types of socks. I wear the same socks and I buy the same socks. And I've done that for like 10 years. And they're just like, but I got you these socks. It's almost like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just, I feel like clothes, there's some clothes I get that I like, but like for the most part, it's just like, I don't know. I like gift cards. I think gift cards are fine. Some people like to just bash them, but I like gift cards. What else? Hold on. Someone just messaged me on the thing. Let's see. What else was there? That's me trying to think of other stuff. Let's see. Presents. You get to talk to people. That's the other thing, is when you open presents. I can read people pretty well, and just the vast majority of people just have to put on an act when you open a present, right? Like, wow, oh my God, this is how do you know I wanted this? This is so cool. This is the best. Oh my God, I can't believe you got me this thing, right? And they just act so over the top, and the person's like, yeah, I got you this thing, and you like it. And then the very next day, they're like, yeah, I'm going to return this. And you can read it right off their face. I guess not all people can. But it's just so obvious when you see people acting fake just for those types of presents. I don't know why that bothers me too. It just does. It just bothers me. I'm just like, it's so fake. Let's just get gift cards. Everybody likes gift cards. All right, let's move away from that. Let's talk about, let's see, we had New Year's, we had Christmas. Was there anything? Let's see. Was there anything else that I thought about? I want to talk. There's weather. I kind of talked about weather last time with like the weather ego stuff. It's just been snowing more. I kind of like snow. You know? I just don't like driving in it. I just don't like driving in snow. But I don't mind, like, when it actually snows. It's nice to just watch it snow. I don't even mind shoveling snow. It gives me exercise. And then, even walking in snow isn't the worst. Like, unless it's, like, really deep snow. And you're like, you have to, like, waddle through it. But most of the time, it's not too bad. I guess if you're, like, in North Dakota where they have, like, super blizzards and everything's like destroyed, then it'd be awful. But in a city, it's really not that bad. So they just super salt everything and plow the road. Then you get salt everywhere. It's like salt on the cars and salt on your clothes and salt on it's just blah. That's the downside. It's more about the salt is annoying, but it also makes everything go away faster, or the snow go away faster. Yeah. Snow. Because there's some people, right? You live in Florida, you live in, like, LA, wherever you live, where it's, like, hot all the time. And the seasons just don't change. And I don't think I could do that. I would get too bored. I like the changing seasons, right? Some people are like, I don't know how you deal with that cold. Well, it's like, well, it lasts for a little bit, and then it gets warm. And then I get tired of it being warm, and then it goes back to cold. And you just alternate back and forth. And I'm like, I like this. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I've gotten used to it. I'm sure some people grow up in the warm environments and they're like, hey, I only like it when it's warm outside. That's fine too, but I'm just a changing season person because I like change a lot. I always like to change around my office environment, and I like to change around my computer background. It refreshes me. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like, as a change of scenery, right? Instead of the same thing over and over. But some people like the same thing over and over. It's just a difference of opinions. It's like tradition. That's like we were talking about earlier. It's like some people like that same thing over and over. Some people are like, you know what? Let's break it up. Let's go on a cruise or something. I wouldn't want to go on a cruise. I don't like water. That's one of my big things. I just don't like water. I can be by water, like on a beach or something, and be like, all right, I don't like going in water. I don't like swimming. I don't really like water that much. I like drinking it. Yeah, I don't know. So cruises just never sounded fun to me. It's like, let's go on a boat. I'm like, I don't want to go on a boat anyway, and I don't want to go on a boat for days where I can't be on the computer playing video games and ranting about Christmas and New Year's Eve. All right, let's go to sports because I got a little sports stuff. So the NFL's in week 17. Packers have won like 5 in a row. They're running the table. If you don't know what running the table is, it's where you win a bunch of games in a row and you just don't stop. You run the table. That's what it means. So like, Packers needed to win out because they were like 4-6. They had 4 wins, 6 losses, and they've won 5 in a row. So they're 9-6 now. And if they win this week, they're 10-6. They make the playoffs, and Detroit loses, and they don't make the playoffs. But if the Packers lose, then they miss the playoffs, and the Lions make the playoffs. So it's just like a end-all, be-all game in the final week of the season. So it's going to be really good. Sunday night. So pumped. I actually think if Washington loses, then they both make the playoffs anyway, so it wouldn't matter. But if Washington wins, then someone's not going to make the playoffs out of those two teams. It's going to be great. It's going to be big. It all comes down to this. I'm excited for it. And I think the Packers are going to get it because they're red hot. And that'd be great. Oh, my God. If the Packers can win the Super Bowl again, Cubs win the World Series, Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup, boom. 3 of my teams. Bulls aren't going to win the championship. It's whatever. I don't really care about basketball as much. I used to care about basketball a lot. It used to be my favorite sport. And now I just don't care. It's just become like a superstar league with like the same 2 teams playing. It's like, here's Cleveland and Golden State. Here's Cleveland and Golden State again. And then before that, it was like the same 2 teams. It's just like they keep swapping which teams are the big teams, and it just keeps going and going. I'm like, ugh. I guess in football, it's kind of like that with New England, but it's a lot harder to maintain a team in football as well because you have to, like, there's more players you have to manage, more positions, and it's more of a team game over basketball where, like, one person can carry you. So that's why I like football more and baseball and hockey. Yeah. What else? You know what? I think that's it. A little bit of a short Crencast today, but still a Crencast. So, thank you for listening. Hopefully you have a good new year. Everybody hates 2016. It wasn't that great, but everyone's like, here we go, 2017, hashtag 2017, it's going to be better. And I'm like, I hope so. Because at least that's true. 2016, I started 2016 with mono. So yeah, 2016 was pretty shitty. Screw you, 2016. Yeah. Okay. See ya.